everyone, and welcome back to the Money and series. So continuing the money and fitness theme this month, this video is going to cover the 5 essentials for your financial training plan to help you take control of your money and get financially fit. So I hope that sounds good to you. The first essential of your financial training plan is your long-term goals and aspirations. That is ultimately the most important thing, the things that really matter to you and how they connect to money. And they almost certainly will in some way. And this was what I talked about quite a lot in the last video, so I'm not going to go over that again, but please give that video a watch. But the thing that's most important from that is writing your goals down. Write down those long-term goals and write down how money is connected to them. There's something about the whole process of writing down that really brings more accountability, at least to the whole process. So if you can write it down, and also if you can share it with a friend, that can also really help, and you can hold each other to account. If you want me to hold you to account, I'm more than happy to. Please just get in touch, and I do it already for a few friends, and we have quite a lot of fun. Essential number 2 of your financial training plan is the plan of action. Some people call it a budget. I hate the word budget. The reason I hate the word budget is that every time you say to someone, what you need is a budget, that you just get this horrible kind of confused / mostly just bored and glazed over look in response. Something that looks a little bit like this. And that is not the face of someone who's about to be inspired by what you've just said and kick into action and make a change. So let's not call it a budget, let's call it a training plan, and with that let's bring lots of positive connotations to the process. So what goes into your training plan? Right at the top, put your income. How much money do you get in every single month or week if you get paid weekly? After tax, after national insurance, after pension contributions, after student loan, what is it that you get in that you have available to spend? And underneath that, I want you to write down all of your life expenses, and that is rent, bills, travelling to work, food expenses, and I definitely don't mean Deliveroo and restaurants out every night. That is not an essential living cost. So you've got your income, you've got your life expenses, then you've got your buffer fund, and I'm going to jump into a bit more detail on the buffer fund in essential number 3, but that's part of it. And once you've got your income and you take away your essential life expenses, you take away your buffer fund amount, what you're left with is the amount of money that you have available for you, and that is you today and you also in the future. And this isn't about cutting out fun and telling you that you can't do the things that you want to do. Absolutely not. It's about making sure that you have the money available so that you can do the things that really, really matter to you. And by the way, one of those things is what we talked about in essential number 1, which is your long-term goals. It's about making sure that you've got space in your financial training plan to put money towards those long-term goals that you've set for yourself. What you're not doing there is taking a risk and just spending money and hoping that by the end of the month you'll have some money left over to save for your future self. And essential number 3 is what I like to call your recovery day. You would not have a fitness training plan without a recovery day or 3. And I also think it's a really important part of a financial training plan. You know what, ultimately we can't be good every single day. And actually it's not really about being good or bad. Shit happens, unexpected expenses come up, we have to pay them. But we know that shit happens, so we should plan for it and we should add that in to our financial training plan. There are different ways to do this. Some people say 3 to 6 months of expenses. The way I like to think about it is 5% of the money that comes in every month goes into a buffer fund. And that means that I've got peace of mind that when these unexpected expenses come up, I always have that to fall back on. Unexpected expenses could be anything, right? Your phone breaks, your car breaks, or your friend's getting married and the hen do's in Ibiza, and it's just an expense that you hadn't planned for, but you really want to go. And if you've got this emergency buffer fund, you've always got that to fall back on. Right, so essential number 4 is a detox day. And these are awesome. What these are spend-free days, and you can put those in here and there to help you get back on track with your plan if you've fallen off. And what I mean by a spend-free day is using the food that you've already got in your cupboard, using the travel card that you've already paid for, using the gym membership you've already paid for. And honestly, these feel awesome when you do them. They're really great, obviously, for your bank account, but also for your mentality and your feel-good state. So I would highly recommend putting those in. If you can, once a week. If you can only do it maybe once or twice a month, then that's fine too. It really is a really good boost for your bank account. And last but definitely not least is essential number 5, which is a bit of a two-parter. The first is make time. This stuff does not happen by accident. You can't expect to build good money habits and get a financial training plan and stick to it if you don't make time. My advice is the day you get paid, set aside a few hours, maybe make yourself some dinner, pour yourself a glass of wine, and go through these 5 steps, particularly number 2. Make sure you've got your plan, because that's the thing that's going to keep you on track and keep you aligned with your long-term goals. The second part of that, though, is be patient, and you shouldn't expect to. If you've never really thought about things like this before, then don't think that all of a sudden you're going to be saving half of your income and, investing all of it, and that's all going to be super easy. Make small changes, save a little bit more each month, maybe add in a few detox days here and there, and watch the results come over time. And I promise you they will, but definitely be patient. But what I really hope is that with these 5 essentials, you are able to start taking control of your money and build up your financial fitness to ultimately help you live the lives that you want to live, but also be financially secure and not have to worry about money. So I hope you've taken something away from that. If there's anything that you decide to put into action or try out, I'd love to hear how it goes. Anything that works or doesn't work, please do let me know. I'd love to hear feedback. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Thanks, bye!